Today on Karamo, Alisha is here to find out if Larry is her father.
If I'm your child, you're supposed to listen to me.
She's mad at his wife.
You can't come in my house and jump on my wife.
You was torturing me.
You need to grow up.
You a thief. You a thief.
Alisha.
You a thief.
And now a 44-year-old DNA mystery.
Here we go. And here's the DNA truth.
Will be unlocked today.
You ready?
Baby, come on with it.
Plus, Brittany threw away her engagement ring.
You're not gonna give it back. You trying to throw it? Sell it.
I should have.
He wants to get married.
You want to marry me? You don't want to marry me.
But first, he wants to admit something.
I have a confession to make.
And you won't believe what it is.
My guest Alisha is 44 and spent her entire life believing Larry was her father until 2 years ago when she claims her mother said another man is her dad. Alisha and Larry are searching for answers and are here to solve this DNA mystery. Everyone, please welcome Alisha so we can hear her side of the story. Hi. Come on, Hill. I see it. You look great. How are you doing?
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Come through, Hill. Yes. All right, so how did you find out that Larry may not be your father?
My mom
Yeah.
told me about a white man in some overalls, and Larry cracked jokes about it, and he said he might not be because of the freckles in my face, and then his sidekick, his wife. Yeah,
Okay.
the hack. I call her a hack cookie, but you know.
Okay.
She said it also. So.
Okay. So your mother made this claim that another man could be the father,
Yeah.
a white man, and then Larry co-signed it with jokes.
Yeah.
Okay, but those type of jokes weren't funny to you.
I don't think it is a joke through the things I have been through. Cookie, she know.
So Cookie, you're Larry's current wife, correct?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, and so this is a woman that raised you, or was in your life your entire life?
Well, she been with him since I was 2.
Okay, so this woman has
You
been
was
in your
one,
life your entire
sister.
time.
You wasn't 2. My baby was 2. You was 1.
Okay, well,
Okay, just
from
get
my
it right.
acknowledgement, I was 2 when you used to.
And so I
when
can
you
see
made
this,
me
y'all entire life, y'all have had never
Off
gotten
and
alike,
on.
on and off.
Off
Okay.
and on.
So how do you feel about this? So when you heard this joke that Larry or her mother saying that Larry was not the father, what was your thoughts?
Well, he had already said to himself that I'm not for sure she's my baby.
Oh, so you've heard this before
Okay,
over
yes.
the years.
But she always been my baby.
Okay.
I raised 7 of her kids.
You didn't raise
And
them,
one day
Cookie.
she
I
just
might
had
have
'em.
had you to
She
babysit,
had
but when
'em
you steal my
and dropped
stuff
them
and
off
all,
at my house, and that's it. Other
the
than that,
garage,
she haven't
the
did
garage,
anything but have
the
'em
garage.
and left them.
the garage.
That's it.
Got it.
The garage.
So this is so odd
I
that y'all
didn't
have
leave them.
y'all have a bad relationship if she's been there and you dropped your kids off of.
It
There's,
ain't-
there's
it-
another layer there that I haven't picked up.
You know what, Cookie?
No, you talk to him right now.
It doesn't matter. I could talk to you, him, or whoever. I am grown now. I'm not a kid.
You're not talking to me.
And
You're
you
talking
still
to
a thief.
Mr.
You're a
Karamo.
thief. You're a thief.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Larry the only father you've ever known?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so he's been in your life your entire life. Tell me about your childhood.
I had to grow up very fast as
Okay.
a child.
Okay.
I started having kids at 15. I would have had 18 kids, but I had 8.
Okay.
4 boys, 4 girls, 1 boy deceased.
Okay.
Cookie, you had 1 child. You gave up
I
your
didn't
child to
want
be
no
a hoe
kids.
for
I
my
was too
daddy,
fast.
whatever, if he is my daddy. Get
Okay.
your
Let's
straight.
get it straight.
You
So
get it
you
straight.
should've stopped
You get
when
it
So
you
straight.
you had
Two of
to you
them.
had to grow up fast. Is
Yes,
what
I
just
did.
heard. I understand.
And
I
so,
hear that.
Cookie did teach me how to do paperwork, to check myself in school, in and out of school. I finished school. I'm very educated.
Yes.
Cookie, you know you full of
Okay. So how was Larry as a
for
father?
cussing.
I feel you. So how was Larry as a father?
Like I said, he been in and out my life. I never knew his background. She covered it up for him. That she did do.
Got it.
Until I got old enough to figure out
Who he was and what it
who
was.
he was and what he was. You
Got
know what
it.
I'm saying? And by me being homeless or whatever, going to him for help, yeah, I did come to your house. I lived in your garage.
Yeah,
Okay,
also hit me
in
in
your
my head,
garage.
too, and
But
I
when the
asked
man
for my
ran me
rent
into the
money.
brick wall,
So I still did with your butt.
when the man
Okay.
ran me into the brick wall, Cookie, you and
I
my
ain't got
baby
nothing to
daddy
do with
had me
that. You was
crawling
all out of your
to use the
mind,
bathroom.
trying to make
It
some
ain't out
money,
of my mind.
and damn gonna
Girl,
ran you in the
please.
white
Girl,
man into the
please.
brick
Girl,
school
please.
wall. Okay,
Girl,
let's get it
please.
So how
straight.
would Larry respond when you tell him what you were going through?
He gonna surprise. I don't know how he gonna respond.
No, when you were younger, how did Larry
Well,
respond
you know,
when you
I
told him
was
what you were
always
going through?
been a daddy's little girl, so I always looked up to send for my dad. Where my dad? Where my dad? Where my dad?
Yeah, you wanted your father around, but he wasn't there for you.
He was in jail.
He was in jail.
So she covered it up with the cars or whatever, so I wouldn't know or whatever. But when I got older, I figured things out. He never wanted me to know his past.
So is that the resentment that I'm feeling from you and Cookie?
The resentment is she lied. She stole my memories. You a thief. God. Even my kids know you steal things.
Got it.
You stole my baby dolls, my teddy bears, my pictures.
So when Dad was in jail, Cookie basically raised you on those times you needed help.
She ain't raised me. I raised my damn self.
I got you raised yourself, but Cookie was the only adult that was kind of around during
No,
that
she
time.
wasn't.
She wasn't.
There's a lot of adults around me.
There was a lot.
The streets. The streets. He never protected me like he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
If he would have, I probably would have been what I supposed to been. You know, and that's the basis of the story. You's a hat, Cookie. You full of
why
it.
is
I love you too.
Why is getting these results important to you?
So I can have closure within my soul.
Okay. What's making you emotional right now?
There's nothing emotional. She should have stayed her tail at home. That's
why I was married to your dad to help you and your kids, because you didn't do it.
You married to my daddy because you married to my daddy, if he is my daddy.
I don't know.
That's between you and him. You the one
why you put me in
stuff, not me. I'm the child, like I always tell you.
You ain't no child now. You're 50 years old.
It doesn't matter if I get 50, 60, whatever. I'm still a child.
You ain't gonna never be a child no more. You need to grow up.
No, you need to grow
up.
That's what
So I want to hear what Larry has to say about all of this. Everyone, please welcome Larry to the show so we can hear his side of the story.
How you doing,
How you doing, son?
You look nice.
Nice to meet you.
The nerve you got to say about Cookie.
The nerve, what she got to say about me? Have a seat.
Coming up.
Of course my wife don't want you around, okay? You can't come in my house and jump on my wife.
Jump on your wife? Your wife sit in my face.
Have you told Alisha she's not your daughter before?
Yes, I have.
Which one is it? You my daddy or you not?
All right, so how did you find out that Larry may not be your father?
Larry cracked jokes about it, and his sidekick, his wife, she said it also.
Well, he had already said to himself that I'm not for sure she's my baby.
She should have stayed her tail at home.
That's why I was married to your dad to help you and your kids.
The nerve you got to say about Cookie.
The nerve, what she got to say about me? Have a seat.
Outside of their relationship, how do you feel about what she said? She said that as a child, she didn't have you there to protect her, and that also that in the recent years, she feels like you've been denying her identity and saying that you're not her father.
That's a big lie.
Okay, tell me.
Her mama took her away from me.
Okay.
Okay?
Look.
Whoa, come on.
Look.
I'm talking.
Okay.
You want to know, right?
Well, don't talk about my mama because you only
Your
get
mama,
one.
I'll tell you
You
why.
only get one. Talk about your wife. Stealing my thing.
My wife, not your mama.
So
Your
Alisha
mama.
is your only child?
Yes.
Okay.
When my child was born, I was there.
Yeah.
Day one.
Your name ain't on my birth certificate.
What's
ain't
your name?
Nobody name on
what
my
her name?
birth certificate.
What her name?
I got your last name, but your
Why
name,
did your mom give it to me? Give it to you? Ask
she
your mother
ain't here.
then.
I did ask her. I asked her the same question I asked you.
You're going to find out.
Okay,
Have you told Alisha she's not your daughter before?
I went along with what mom said, you know.
That ain't what he asked
And plus.
That ain't what he asked you.
Okay.
Answer the question. Have you told me you're not my dad before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, exactly.
You want to know why?
You want to know
why? You want to know why?
That part right there.
Don't you want to know? Why?
Why? Which one is it? You my daddy or you not?
Because out of all my little nieces, baby, my brother kid, my sister
What
kid.
that got to do with me and you?
I want to know now. I want to know.
Okay, well,
I want to know.
keep it
We're gonna find out.
100.
That's what I told you.
Keep it 100.
So what is
That's
it
what I told
because of the fact that your nieces and nephews have a different look?
And her
or
mother told me
something?
that. Her mother told me.
Her mother told you that?
Right.
Okay. Do you take any responsibility for Alisha having a hard life?
No,
You don't.
because her mom kept her away from me.
So she hurt your feelings.
Too bad that I couldn't be
I
with her.
understand she hurt your feelings. Your feelings were valid at the time you're a young man. But but how does that reflect on you then deciding to not be in her life? That's the part I
have
missed.
been in her life.
Okay.
In all her kids.
So you feel like he wasn't in your life though?
How wasn't
Alisha.
in your life?
He wasn't.
He
in
was
your life.
in and out of my life.
Because I take a fall.
Larry, we're not talking about your fall.
Wait, that's the only
We're not
time
talking.
I wasn't in
I
your
never
life.
knew about your falls until I got like 11 years old because your wife run her mouth too much.
That's my wife.
Okay, what I'm saying is you
jump
always,
on my wife in my wife's
you
house.
always covered it up.
Of course my wife don't want you around.
Of course.
Okay? You can't come in my house and jump on my wife.
Jump on your wife. Your wife sit in my face. Your wife steal my
house. But you ain't
Excuse me.
Don't make me
I
go
was
there.
coming down the
spitting in
street.
your face.
Everything you
Miss
have, she bought
Alisha,
for
ain't
you.
it?
You little girl.
I just want you to
Okay.
know how nasty lying you are.
Cookie, you didn't
I
spit
was
in my
coming down the
face.
street. You came out your
You jumped
auntie
on my
door and
wife
kicked
in my
me in my
house,
back
baby.
like I was
Cookie, you
praying.
did not spit in my
And then
face.
put me in the middle of the street and fight me like a crazy woman.
I'm 7
Like
months
you don't even
pregnant.
know who I am.
Did she?
And
Okay, I wanna know,
I
Alisha.
still took care of your
Every
kids
time
and
I
let your
ended up
black
my
blood come
pregnancy,
around the
you
house.
jump in my face.
Alicia, let me know this. So
I'm
did
grateful,
you
Seth.
live with?
Girl,
did you live
you
with?
left your own child
Did you
and try
live
to
with
take over
Larry?
somebody
I didn't have
else.
time.
Did you
I
live
know
with
who their
Larry and
grandma
Cookie?
Right now,
is.
when
His
you got kids,
grandchild.
baby.
When you were
What?
You ain't been with your kids.
Did you live with
You
Larry
go
and
out
Cookie
your
when you was
babies.
2?
Come on.
I don't know where they had me when
Okay.
I was 2. I remember when I was
get
2
out
years
there?
old, she had me in the corner.
So you did
and
live
I
with them.
when I had to use the bathroom. You was torturing me. I remember that. Tell your husband. Tell your husband.
I raised 7 grandkids. And have they been tortured?
7 grandkids. You mean my 7 kids?
You wasn't
my
there.
7
don't want
kids.
you around them, rat
And you
today.
still
If they
ain't
was
there.
right here, they would tell you.
So-
They don't want
Call
her
them.
around.
So shut up.
Call them.
If they was
Call
right
my
here
baby.
today, they
So
would
I
tell
wanna
you.
know this, Alisha.
They
Alisha.
don't
Call
want
my
her
baby.
around.
Alisha.
Call my baby.
Alicia.
They're my
Grown
kids,
lady.
Larry.
You had them.
Alicia.
They're
Alicia.
my
You had
kids.
them.
Alicia,
You had them.
I want to know this.
You had
Do
them.
you want
But you
Larry to
didn't
be your
raise
father?
them.
It really doesn't matter.
Do you want her to be your daughter?
Of course I do.
You do.
No matter what.
Okay. Because this has been a DNA mystery that's happened for many years. And I'm sure in your mind you're wondering, was it because I wasn't his child? Is that the reason I had to go through all of this? Am I close?
No.
A little bit.
No, I'm sure I'm dead on.
I just
God.
want to know the truth.
Yeah, I hit it on the nose. Here we go.
Give it
And
to
here's
her.
the DNA truth. And this is the DNA truth, Alisha, that you've been waiting your life for. And this is your truth to open right now. Here you go.
You ready?
Baby, come on with it. I'm ready.
And
It
if
doesn't make a difference. Open
It
that
does
thing.
make a difference.
You want to know, baby?
It does. Why it don't make a difference?
Because I love you, baby. You
You,
always been
you,
there for me.
you don't love me, Daddy. If you
Okay.
love me, you will listen to me and stop listening to other people.
See, look at it, look at it, look at it. See what
That's
she's saying?
the point I'm getting here.
Listen
it
to
should
your-
take me to get
about
1,000
what?
miles away for you to pay attention to me because of her.
You showed me
You
showed me
jealous?
something different
What's wrong with
about
you?
Show me.
Daddy
You're
put my
jealous?
black truck.
That's your daddy, girl.
A
You
truck.
can't control your
My
daddy.
things. You talking about
You
she
can't
bought
control
all
your
your
kids.
stuff.
Alicia, that's the pain I was talking about
Right.
of why this answer and you need closure.
So
Because
you ready?
There's been pain.
on, baby, let's go
There's
with
been
it.
pain.
Can I?
Yes, it's yours to open. Coming up.
If I'm your child, you're supposed to listen to me.
Here we go.
You ready?
Baby, come on with it.
Here we go.
Get ready for the drama, chaos, and jaw-dropping moments. Now, better than ever. Watch full episodes of Maury, Jerry Springer, The Steve Wilkos Show, and more.
I spank people, I tie them up.
Can't get enough? We've got you covered with full episodes, non-stop drama, and the wildest moments. Anytime, anywhere. It's time to get nosy. Download Nosy now on your phone or tablet and start watching.
Of course my wife don't want you around. You
That
can't come
you-
in my house and jump on my wife.
Your wife
crazy?
sit in my face.
I just want you to
Okay.
know how nasty lying you are.
Do you take any responsibility for Alisha having a hard life?
No.
Do you want Larry to be your father?
It really doesn't matter.
Do you want her to be your daughter?
Of course I do.
And here's the DNA truth.
I'm stuck with your ass.
I
the
told
rest
you
of
that. I told you that. I told her that. I told her that. But I don't want it.
You still owe me
I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
You still owe me an apology. You supposed to
I
treat me
love you, baby.
like if I'm your child, you're supposed to listen to me.
So here
Not
it goes.
nobody
You're
else.
supposed to listen to me, baby.
I do listen
You're the
to
daughter,
you.
baby.
I
I'm the
listen
father,
to you.
right? I'm the father, right?
If somebody hurting me,
love you,
Larry,
baby.
you're supposed to
Larry, take a seat
listen
for
to
me.
me.
Take a seat for me.
Okay, thank you,
Because
sir.
what just happened, and I saw it as it
Oh,
happened, and I
that's
see
so
the tears
sweet.
coming out. Hold
Shut
on.
up. I love you
That's the
too.
problem. That's the problem.
I see the tears coming out. No, you need to hear this.
I hear it.
Because this is exactly what I just expressed. There.
44 years old. You ain't never told me you love me.
It's hard for me to say that.
Please.
hard.
You ain't
I
never
got a
said I
lot.
love
I
you.
got a
I say,
lot.
Daddy, I love you.
I showed you, baby. I showed you.
You
I don't
ain't
have to
showed.
tell. I've been there. I've been there for your life.
You ain't
Red
showed.
ass your life.
But you hear me?
Every Christmas.
But look
every
what-
Christmas you there.
Daddy,
Who else been there for
material
you?
things. That's material things.
Act like a
Larry.
baby now. Act
I'm
like
not
a
gonna act
daughter.
like no damn
Wait.
baby so y'all can attack me.
I don't girl
hell?
in my
And
life.
there goes the second
She's 40
part.
some years old.
I'm calling this out
If
for
you
y'all
got-
because I understand.
I don't
You
need
see
it.
the strength and all the like back and forth. She just said, I'm not gonna act like a child right now so y'all can attack me. So a child that did not feel like she had support or was heard had to build up a guard and had to be strong. That's all this is we see in here.
I couldn't
And
give
you
it
just
to
said
her,
out of
sir.
your own mouth,
I couldn't
you
give
just
it
said
to
out
her.
of your own mouth that I can't. That's hard for me.
Right.
And you gotta reconcile that in your own time. Because what your daughter needs from you is for one day for you to say, I should have been there. I should have listened. I should have protected you. I should have loved you. And she needs you to say that.
If I say that, Alisha, I'm sorry. Okay? If I wasn't there, I wasn't there. It wasn't my fault, though. It was your mom's fault, baby. She took you away and ran off with you. Not me. I follow you everywhere your mom took you. I try to be
so
there
listen,
for you.
Listen, here, come here. Take my hand. Take both my hands and look at me. I am sorry that as a young girl, you did not get protected. And I'm sorry that no one listened to you. And I am sorry that you had to build up this defense, that you had to do all this stuff to protect yourself when you should have been protected. And if your father is not in a space to fully tell you that right now without blaming your mother, I want to be the man to tell you that, okay?
Thank you.
You didn't deserve it. But you have your answers now, okay? And I wish y'all the best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Stay with us, friends. We'll be right back with more.
Next.
I found a video.
And what happened?
He was having sexual contact with another woman.
What happened to the engagement ring?
I chucked it.
My guest, Brittany, fears her boyfriend, Demetrius, may be living a double life. She says every time they argue, Demetrius leaves the house for days at a time and is shady about where he has been. There's a lot of confusion in this relationship, so we're unlocking both of their phones. But first, everyone, please welcome Brittany to the show so we can hear her side of this story. May I have a hug?
Yes.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Ain't you pretty?
Thank you.
Oh, yes, you are, girl. How you doing today?
Stressed.
I heard.
Stressed.
I heard. So tell me, why do you feel like Demetrius living a double life?
Because it makes no sense. Every time we argue over the littlest thing, you don't disappear for 3, 4, 5 days in a row. You don't do that.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
I can understand needing to take a second to go
Of
walk
course,
away.
cool
I need
off.
to take my breath,
Yeah,
cool off.
yeah.
For 3 to 5
You're
days.
doing something else.
Yeah. What, he the post office?
That's what I'm saying. What mail you delivering? I ain't getting none.
Okay. How long have y'all been together?
3.5 years.
3.5 years. Okay. Has this behavior been like this since the beginning?
He would get mad and stay gone, like you said, cool off and come back. But it wasn't like this at all.
Tell me about the last time that Demetrius left the house during a fight.
The last time we got into a little disagreement. His friend picked him up, I say around 9. He said, I'll be back about 10:30. Just let me cool off. Okay, no problem. I get it. But when 1 o'clock hit, then I'm starting my gut's telling me it's something else.
Yeah.
So 1:45 hit, and he's always blaming it and going to he's going to his brother's house, and he lives directly down the street. So I take out and I walk. Some told me not to drive, to walk, just to catch if I catch him coming out or getting dropped off. I sat over there in that apartment complex for 3 hours. It's going on 3 a.m. There was no movement, no nothing. Then we share a Facebook Messenger. So I'm looking, checking the messages, and he's sending out messages to his brother and friends talking about he need a ride. But
If you thought it was supposed to be there, then
yes,
why are you?
and then you got my number. What's going on?
Yeah. How often do you two have fights? Because it sounds like y'all have a lot of disagreements.
A lot now. A lot. a couple times a week over the smallest things now. It's not making sense.
Like what?
Oh, you can't find your wallet, and then you get mad at me, and I'm trying to help you look for it. I'm gone, I can't do this. You pack up clothes and you leave again for 3 or 4 days over a wallet. It's like you're picking an argument to disappear.
You listen, you said it, picking an argument to disappear. Have you ever spoken to his brother about this?
Yes, like when he says, I was at my brother's. You don't even have your ducks in a row. Why don't he even know? He's clueless. He don't even know. Like, at least if you're going to lie, you let somebody know you're going to use them.
Yeah,
If you're going to do that, it's not making sense.
So my producers told me that one of your friends told you something about Demetrius.
Yes.
What was it?
I was at work that day, and of course, he was supposed to have been at work, but he was supposed to drop me off and kept the car. So she calls me, hey, girl, I didn't know you wasn't working today. Girl, I'm at work. She said, well, I'm looking at your car over here where I'm at. Where are you at? She said, I'm over here in an apartment complex. And she said, I'm looking dead at your car. And she said, wait a minute, I see somebody. She said, that's Demetrius coming down the stairs of an apartment, no shirt on, basketball shorts. Said he retrieved something from the car and resides to walk back in. At that point, I'm at work, I'm a wreck at work.
Yeah, of course.
Can't leave because I got bills, I got kids.
Of course.
That come first.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm just, at that point, nothing's adding up no more.
So things with Demetrius, you said, were good in the beginning?
Yeah, they were fine in the beginning.
He was honest?
Yeah, honest.
Loving?
Loving.
Respectful?
Everything. Yes, sir.
And what do you think changed?
It's like he showed a totally different side. It came out of nowhere.
You said you have kids. Does he support you with your kids?
Great father. And my kid's dad, he's not present in their life at the moment. So, like, he steps up. He don't miss a function. He's on top of homework. Like, my kids love him to death. They dang near call him dad.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. So your kids really love him?
Really love him.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. And you and Demetrius used to be engaged?
Yes.
But you're not anymore. What happened?
No.
What happened to the engagement ring?
I chucked it right across the yard. We got a field across the yard. I got upset about him disappearing and him not giving me answers like I want. And I told him, like, you don't value me. Why do you want to marry me? You don't want to marry me. Got upset and I threw it.
And you found it and sold it?
I couldn't find it at first. And then they found it. I guess him and his brother found it. And I guess they did what they did with it.
Girl, y'all ain't been to the school of Karamo yet. I told y'all, if y'all don't want the engagement, you take that to somebody, pawn shop,
Yes.
Amazon.
I know.
No? I mean, I'm saying if you're not gonna give it back. If you're gonna give it back, that's one thing. But if you're not gonna give it back, you're trying to throw it, sell it.
Yeah, I should have.
Make you a coin.
I should have.
All right? Okay, that's just me. Sorry, that's my little advice for y'all. Make you a coin. So have you ever cheated on Demetrius?
No, not one time.
Never. Okay,
Never.
then. And where does Demetrius sleep now?
In the living room, where he resides on the couch. Like, he's made my living room his personal domain.
And how long y'all been together?
3.5 years.
Not the deodorant, the juice.
He's got everything.
Okay. So when the kids come downstairs, they see him on the couch?
Yes.
Do they understand what's going on?
No.
They don't understand?
They don't understand.
They just think that maybe he fell asleep the night
Yeah, because
before.
when he disappears is when they like, Mom, where is he at? And I have to lie and come up with stuff.
Got it. How old are your kids?
9, and I have an 11-year-old.
9 and 11. What was your relationship like with your father?
Abusive.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you fighting for this relationship?
Because I genuinely love Demetrius. Like, there's nothing I don't love about him. I just don't understand, why is he doing this?
Got
like, we were good. Like, I work, go home, I do everything you asked me to do. What is the issue? You won't talk to me.
Well, yeah, got it. Okay. Well, we're unlocking his phone today. And you told me unlock the phone investigators that you want to know very specific things. First, is Demetrius going to his ex's house?
Right.
Is he having inappropriate contact with his exes? And then thirdly, does he have any videos of other women on his phone?
Right.
Okay, then. Well, have you ever gone through Demetrius' phone?
Yes.
And what have you found
I
stuff?
found a video.
Okay. And what happened?
He was having sexual contact with another woman.
Coming up.
You're lying.
How?
Every time I try to
How am I
ask
lying?
you something, you come up with something and you leave.
Brittany, Demetrius, we unlocked your phone.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me, why do you feel like Demetrius living a double life?
Because it makes no sense. Every time we argue, he would get mad and stay gone.
You and Demetrius used to be engaged, but
Yes.
you're not anymore. What happened?
No.
What happened to the engagement ring?
I chucked it.
Well, have you ever gone through Demetrius' phone?
Yes.
What have you found
I
stuff?
found a video.
And what happened?
He was having sexual contact with another woman.
And what did he say?
He said that video was old. It's just been in there. It was in his memories. But I knew he was lying because on the phone, on his type of phone, the date is encrypted when that video was recorded. But he's arguing me down saying it's old. And I know, in my gut, I know.
Got it. And so, but he maintains that was an old video before y'all
He
were
will
together.
argue me down and will leave about it.
Got it. Well, everyone, I think it's time to meet Demetrius and hear his side of the story. So everyone, please welcome Demetrius to the show. Wow. Welcome, Demetrius. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. So how do you feel about what was just said?
Bull. Lies.
All lies?
I ain't gonna say everything, but most of the lies, like, you know.
So then let's start with the beginning. Why do you keep leaving the house?
Please.
For an extended period of time?
She's argumentative. You can't communicate with her. She always want to argue. Then when you try to talk to her and try to tell her what's right,
You're lying.
How?
Every time I try to
how am I
ask
lying?
you something, you come up with something and you leave.
I don't come up with you
Yes,
started.
you do.
How you doing now? You yell, you don't know how to talk to a person. So why do I have to take that?
How do I approach
I don't have the
you?
right to leave the house to calm down.
How do you don't come back? That's my worry.
I did that once or twice.
No, you did not. You're lying.
The whole time we together, you said I stayed gone 3 or 4 fights.
You sit there and you lie.
Lie? Okay. We finna see. Let's
yeah,
see.
you need to.
Are you really going to your brother's house?
Yes, that's my
only.
only brother I got up there. I don't got where we stay. I don't have no family.
Your brother don't even know what's going on half the time.
That's your hometown.
No.
I don't want you to be feeling some type of way.
You run every time we have a conflict.
Run where? Where do I run?
We are grown up to sit down and talk. Run. Who knows?
I'm not finna sit and have a yelling match with you. I'm not having no yelling match with you.
This is why I'm here.
I can't walk. So if I stay there and argue with you, and we get into it, and we get to fighting or something,
it don't matter.
I'm gonna get in trouble. They ain't gonna look at you.
You
the woman.
And you still blow up and you leave. Where are you going?
To my brother's house.
You're not. No, you're not.
Do you feel like you're giving Brittany a reason for suspicion?
I don't do nothing. I'm in the house 24/7.
No, you're not. When we get into it, you're gone for days. I don't know what you're doing.
One or twice out of this whole 3-year relationship.
Are you crazy?
So where am I?
You in denial. You are in denial. You need help.
Help?
Yes.
We both. You need some help.
No, I don't.
You need some help.
No, I do not.
Well,
I'm not finna sit.
Glad y'all on the Karamo show.
No, you need some help.
Oh man.
You need some help. Not me. You want to blame everything on me.
But she said that her friend saw you coming out of an apartment in basketball
That wasn't
shorts.
even me.
And now it wasn't him.
Hold on.
Bruh,
it was a whole big black dude that walked out the door with his shirt off.
My friend is not.
Did you see a photo?
My friend is not going to mistake him. My car was there.
Your friend, just like you could.
So
what you mean?
Like me.
What do you mean?
So you're saying that you don't leave for extended period of times? Because I'm tracking it. You say you don't
I
leave.
leave,
You said
I
that
leave
wasn't
the house, but I go kick with my. I don't stay. I done did that. Stay gone 3 or 4 days.
Demetrius, every time we have an argument, what grown man disappears for 4 or 5 days?
I'm 28. Yo, you ain't my mom.
We go together. What are you talking about?
Okay,
bro,
you don't want me there. You tell me to leave when we get arguing and we get into it. You tell me to leave.
No, I don't.
Yes, you.
Whatever.
Cap.
No.
You said you're 28?
I'm 28.
How old are you?
36.
28.
And I think that's what it is too, because the age different.
It don't
no,
matter.
you
We
can't.
still
You're
can
not finna run me though.
So, do you have children?
6.
6 of them. Does Brittany have any issues with you talking to your children's mother?
Lord.
Yes.
Yes, I do. Because it's always inappropriate stuff going on.
No, it's not.
Yes,
I don't.
is.
If it ain't about the kid.
Why are you smiling?
If it ain't about the kid, I don't. Listen, girl, I don't respond to it.
No,
I can't help because she.
Bye.
Oh my God.
So do you suspect Brittany of cheating?
Don't even.
Yeah.
You do.
Yes, I do.
Me, I'm cheating.
Cause you talking about me? Phone.
Every time I
man, that phone in her hand like a
accuse you, you do this. Oh, you're doing this. How am I doing anything? I keep trying to fix it.
You got 2 phones. I mean, two Facebooks.
We share one, and I got my own.
I got one. That's one with you.
And you got your own.
No,
so
I don't even be on them.
But you've been on it. I've called it months ago.
So you're saying she has multiple social media accounts?
Yes. No, he does too.
Suspicion. Okay.
Yes.
He does too, and he's been called.
Yeah, I get on mine when you get on yours. But I when we get into it.
Have you ever asked to look at her phone?
Yes.
And what happens?
She didn't give it to me.
Yes, I did.
No, you did
I tried to
not.
argue my phone. Why are you lying?
Cap, she
you
did not.
give me your phone.
This is exactly what she did.
I have to go through it when you sleep.
This is exactly what you did. I'm finna give it to you. Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna give it to you in a couple more minutes.
No,
do.
he wasn't even
Still
allowed
give me
that.
the
No,
runaround. I'm gonna
no,
give it to you in a couple minutes. Do.
You should have been lying.
Bro, it took you 45 minutes to give me your phone.
I tried to get
No,
it.
you did.
Oh,
No,
I don't
you
want to
did
see
not.
it. I don't want to see it no way.
At the time, it took you 30 minutes to give
You
it to
are
me.
really just,
Okay.
bro.
Let me be clear. I'm not laughing at your situation, but you are
It's
so
funny.
animated and funny.
You should be laughing. It's
You're
funny.
so animated and funny.
It's funny.
Somebody need to do
Every time
something.
he do something, I feel like I'm there with him.
Lord.
All right, well, listen, you told my Unlock the Phone investigators that you want to know, is Brittany still talking to her ex-best friend? You also know, I know Brittany's still talking to any of her exes, and is Brittany using any secret social media accounts to communicate with other men? That's what your concerns are. Well, listen, everyone, I think it's time to unlock the phone.
I'm ready.
Brittany, we're going to start with you.
Okay.
Brittany, we unlocked your phone.
Okay.
All right, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Great. All right, Demetrius, you want to know if Brittany has been communicating with an ex-best friend. Brittany says she is not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her text and found that Brittany is telling the truth. There is no communication with that friend on her phone. Demetrius, you want to know if Brittany has been communicating with an ex. Brittany says she is not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her DMs and found that Brittany is telling the truth. There is no DMs with other men on any of her phones.
Clarification. No, thank you.
Okay.
Demetrius, you want to know if Brittany has been using secret social media accounts to communicate with other men. Brittany says she has not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her apps, and we go for apps that are even deleted, because sometimes people think that if they can delete an app, we can't find it. Oh, we can. And we found that Brittany is telling the truth.
Thank you.
Two social media accounts,
Please, thank
but
you.
we didn't find any inappropriate messages.
Oh my gosh. And I've been advocating for myself for a long time.
All right, well, listen, Demetrius, now
I'm ready.
it's time to
Me
unlock
too.
your phone.
I'm ready.
Coming up, we're getting a ping.
I have a confession to make.
You some piece of work.
Here we go.
Get ready for the drama, chaos, and jaw-dropping moments. Now, better than ever. Watch full episodes of Maury, Jerry Springer, The Steve Wilkos Show, and more.
I spank people, I tie them up.
Can't get enough? We've got you covered with full episodes, non-stop drama, and the wildest moments. Anytime, anywhere. It's time to get nosy. Download Nosy now on your phone or tablet and start watching.
Well, listen, everyone, I think it's time to unlock the phone. Brittany, we unlocked your phone. Demetrius, you want to know if Brittany has been using secret social media accounts to communicate with other men. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her apps, and we found that Brittany is telling the truth. All right, well, listen, Demetrius, now
I'm ready.
it's time to unlock your phone.
I'm ready.
Here we go. Brittany, you want to know if Demetrius has been going to his ex's house. Demetrius says he has not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his GPS and found that Demetrius is telling the truth.
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay. That's just the energy. Okay.
No, it's not. I'm just listening.
Brittany, you want to know if Demetrius is having any inappropriate contact with his exes.
Yeah.
Demetrius says he is not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his DMs and found that Demetrius is not telling the truth. There are 103 messages between Demetrius and 2 of his exes. When you want to meet, when can you? They're just insinuating, question, why do you want to stay with me? I still love you. I know I messed up and I think about you all the time. I miss my family. I'm in a serious relationship and I am in love.
You really, bro. Like, you really did all that.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
And don't care.
at least
And
I'm
don't
on me.
care. And don't care.
It ain't the point I don't care.
You don't
I'm
care.
sick of going
It's
through
like-
what I'm going through.
It
I
don't-
gotta
you
have
could've
somebody.
told me
I can't
this,
talk to
though.
you.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
I begged
Man, I try to
you.
talk to
No,
you, bro.
you
I'm
have
trying-
not.
okay, yeah,
That
it's
right
me.
there was BS. and you know
Okay,
it.
and
Okay, well, here we
okay,
go.
just cause it
Bro,
ain't in your
that's
phone,
just-
you sneak it too.
I'm
You
not
might have
sneaking.
been
No,
gone. That
I'm
stuff
not.
gone. Probably been gone.
Well, we find things that are deleted on our, we have
Thank
up to 5
you.
years. But here we go.
That's just crazy.
Brittany, you want to know if Demetrius has any videos of other women on his phone. Demetrius says he does not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his videos and found that Demetrius is not telling the truth. He has a sex video on his phone And that sex video is from June of this year. We're getting a ping.
Brittany, I have a confession to make.
Next.
I have a confession to make.
No, but why did you lie and you could have said this when I asked it though? Why?
My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his DMs and found that Demetrius is not telling the truth. There are 103 messages between Demetrius and 2 of his exes. We're getting a ping.
Brittany, I have a confession to make. When you found the sex tape of me in my phone, I told you it was old, but it wasn't. I cheated on you a few months ago with my baby mama. That's what you saw in the video.
You some piece of work.
I ain't no piece of work. I told you.
But why do you lie and you could have said this when I asked it though? Why? Bro, this don't make no sense.
Right
We
then,
are
but
grown,
I told you
bro.
later
I got
on.
my kids' feelings involved as well, not just yours. Like my
So
kids.
okay, because I do one
kids, you
thing.
like a
But what
brother
about my
to own
feelings?
kids.
Okay, and I'm still gonna be there. But what about my
Hold on,
feelings?
Demetrius, I'm gonna say this. Of course, your feelings are valid, but in this case, you have made the decision to consistently lie to her and lead her on. And this is the thing, if you knew you were unhappy, which I can tell you've been unhappy in this relationship, the fact that you're sleeping on a couch, why would you just end it? Because she is right. There are children's emotions involved, and you said you have other kids. I'm going to assume that you're a good father because the way she talked about your relationship with her kids. Why would you want to then hurt her, but also hurt the family unit?
That's so hurtful, boy.
Like, at that time, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking, but at the same time, I go through this every day with this. Like, it's been this and that. Even in them times, it's like it's hard.
To me and
yes,
beg,
I do. And
bro.
the person keeps saying, "I don't want to talk. I don't
No,
talk."
you don't.
Man, I break down. Man, I cried in front of this woman, kid.
But you still walk
and that's
out
what I'm
while
saying.
you
And she
keep
played like
believing.
she played nonchalant, like my feelings don't
How
count.
can if
so
I,
if I go
show
seek
emotion,
attention,
he don't care. If I
you
don't show it, he
emotion,
still
show
don't
me.
care.
I wouldn't act like this if you show emotion.
And you don't care.
I would have to go to another or talk to any other woman.
No
if
excuse.
you show
could've
emotion.
just
It
ended
is an excuse. So I'm supposed to be there being.
Yeah, I could have. You know, it's fine.
Unfortunately, it's not an excuse because as men, we have choices, and if we feel like our needs are not being met, we have the choice to leave or to stay. But if you decide to stay, that doesn't give you permission to then talk to other women and say, well, it's because you didn't talk to me. Give you permission to sleep with other women because they said we're not together. That is a direct choice that you have made, which you know and you just admitted to is hurtful. And you're a young man, you're 28. And so the reason I'm in this tone with you is because I want to make sure you can hear me and receive this so that you can be a better man by your 30s and 40s. Because there's children that are watching you and they're going to emulate this behavior. And I need you to understand that the choice you made was wrong. You could have left. If your feelings weren't being met, if the things you need weren't being met, that's valid. You have every right to say, I'm not getting what I need, but you don't have the right to stay and then manipulate and then betray the relationship with her and the family unit that you've come into and said, I'm gonna be the man of this house. But if I can be honest with you, because I've been tracking some things, I know you stayed in this because of your own relationship with men. I've been taking key things. You told me, I asked you about your relationship with your father. You alluded to that was bad. Then I heard you say, others have run. You also said out of your mouth, you don't come back, and that's what worries me. You don't walk out, but there's abandonment issues in your life that have probably stemmed from abuse. And these abuse to abandonment issues come from men. And so therefore, you stay in relationships with men who are emotionally abusing you right now. And because out of a fear of abandonment. And what has happened is that you're stayed in this, even though you got a man that you're supposed to be with sleeping on your couch.
Still.
Because you don't want your daughters to be abandoned either.
Correct.
But what you don't realize is you're doing more damage by staying in a relationship with a man who's going to abandon you even in your own home. Because that's abandonment in your own home. He's not in bed with you. He's on the couch. He's abandoned the love and sanctuary that y'all have together. You got to start to heal. Have you taken the time to start to process what went through with you and your father and how you have these feelings with men?
No. I kind of like bury it deep down. I don't like to talk about it. I don't even like to think about it. I haven't dealt with it.
I got that. I got that. So what I would like to do is I want to offer you some therapy.
Okay.
Will you take it?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do for you.
Okay, I'll take it.
Because you need to talk to somebody. Because until you talk to somebody about this, you're going to be in this cycle over and over again. Over and over again. You know this toxic.
Yeah.
He's also young. You young. You don't need to be in any relationship right now. I think what you need to do is first, no more kids. That's the first thing. And then that's the first thing you need to go do. Go do that, please. And then secondly, you need to take some time to find you. Because right now, I think you need to figure out who you are and what you need so that you can be able to communicate that. You're 28 years old. I remember at 28, there was no way that I was a father of 2 at 28 and couldn't was managing that and couldn't manage no relationship. I don't know how you try to manage relationships and kids. That's a lot. You got to figure out who you are as a young man. So, but as you're figuring that as who you are as a young man, that doesn't give you the right to play any woman. You got that?
Yes, sir.
And you, I'm gonna give you some therapy.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right, all right. I wish y'all the best of luck, seriously.
Thank
I
you.
really do. God honest. Y'all are good people at heart. I can tell by your joy and your laughter, and I can tell by your smile. Y'all are good people at heart, but y'all got some stuff y'all got to figure out before y'all keep going on this path, all right? All right, everyone. Thank you for being with us. Make sure to come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing. I love you. Okay, let's give you a